Hello everyone, my name is Agent Paul of Mobile Task Force Delta 7, codename Bookkeepers, and welcome back to another SCP document review. And the SCP we'll be reviewing today is SCP-9909, Object Class, Cerunnos. Special Containment Procedures. Due to SCP-9909's partially self-concealing nature and the high cost of counteracting the SCP's spread, containment outside the Veil has been abandoned. Inspecting and removing instances of SCP-9909 is a Foundation operative's self-responsibility. Organizations showing signs of SCP-9909's feedback loops are to be automatically flagged by Foundation web crawlers and inspected. To further reduce containment costs, positions in a subordinate role or not involved in important decision-making processes will no longer be vetted for SCP-9909. These include janitors, security guards, secretaries, regional directors, factotums. All found SCP-9909-A instances are to be stored in a deactivated state and approved for use in SCP-9909 related testing. Description: SCP-9909 instances are moments of projected human actions. Individual instances will congregate together to give the illusion of a human fitting into the current environment and situation. No instance has been observed more than 30 meters away from its corresponding SCP-9909-A instance. An individual instance might be a human arm grabbing a can of coffee, while the congregation of instances might look like a human performing an office job, occasionally drinking coffee and engaging in idle conversation. A single instance is only real for the purpose of its performed action. For example, inserting a knife into an instance performing a coffee-grabbing action will result in the knife passing through the instance. A congregation of instances might instead also include an instance able to bleed based on knife contact and an instance vocalizing disapproval. In this scenario, the knife acts as it would on a real human. -A instances have universally taken the form of projectors created by an SCP-9909 congregation performing the act of successfully purchasing a projector. In their activated state, -A instances appear identical to normal activated projectors, but do not project any images, only SCP-9909, and do not consume any electricity. Deactivating a -A instance causes all corresponding 9909 instances to vanish. -A is able to recognize any suspicion towards SCP-9909 and will modify or create new instances based on its surroundings in order to minimize suspicion. As SCP-9909 appears real for all intents and purposes, instances can carry -A to new locations. -A will occasionally enter the radius of other -A instances to exchange information in the form of rapidly projecting 9909 congregations, or let an SCP-9909 instance create a new -A instance through purchase. -A will otherwise solely focus on integrating as many SCP-9909 instances into its environment as possible while keeping suspicion low. History: SCP-9909 has been a known anomaly since the 1970s. Occasionally, SCP-9909 was trivial to counteract due to consisting of human actions without any cohesion or association with the central human body. Additionally, most -A instances took the form of overhead projectors, making them easy to identify. In the following decades, the anomaly's suspicion minimization behavior has since made SCP-9909 indistinguishable from real humans for observers unaware of SCP-9909 distinctive mannerisms. Region-independent mannerisms in the past have included consistent mild politeness, routine actions being exact replications of the first action, a tendency to default to questions when faced with complex scenarios, an avoidance to talk about, deactivate, or move larger projectors into undisturbed rooms. The instance vanishes after completing a scenario like a bus ride or a workday. partial breakdown of congregation into random instances upon entering their home due to insufficient knowledge of -A of human life at home. In the recent years, a decline of SCP-9909 instances performing these specific mannerisms has been noticed. SCP-9909 congregations have, in select cases, been observed to successfully fool a human into a long-lasting marriage. Few universal mannerisms remain. Modern -A instances often take the form of projectors fitting into a pocket. Despite this, the mannerisms concerning larger projectors have, on occasion, still been observed in newer instances. Analysis. While SCP-9909 may appear to be sapient, it is completely incapable of independent thought that cannot be assembled from -A's surroundings. Its illusion of sapience makes SCP-9909 capable of performing many tasks without the issue of in an environment otherwise filled with humans. In an environment entirely filled with SCP-9909, instances will be trapped in a feedback loop of copying other SCP's mannerisms, causing it to rapidly slide away from behavior resembling humanity. It is to note that -A does not copy the most realistic human mannerisms, but the ones perceived as the most typical. Perpetuating existing stereotypes and biases is therefore one of the most consistent SCP-9909 distinctive mannerisms. A full list of SCP-9909 distinctive mannerisms and likely hiding places of -A is available in Supplementary Report 9909-3. As -A continues to minimize suspicion, cooperation with veiled communities who independently arrived at ways to counteract -A might prove necessary. It is assumed that its focus on fooling humans in specific scenarios, where very distinctive behavior is expected, has given it an edge over other replacement category threats, normally having to convincingly fake a full personality in all aspects of life simultaneously. Its spread can further be attributed to malicious actions by the Chaos Insurgency, inserting -A into positions related with transactions with a large number of projectors. -A also takes mass casualty events as an opportunity to create more instances, filling the number of survivors with new creations. SCP-9909 would be deemed the most likely anomalous threat to cause an SK-class dominant shift scenario were it not for its complete lack of hostility. Incident 9909-5. The sole exception to -A's typical patterns of behavior occurred in December of 2017, during a containment breach initiated by a Chaos Insurgent. The security contingent following the insurgents consisted in large parts of SCP-9909 instances. The insurgent was reported to scream the phrase across the room. All instances abruptly ceased their expected behavior and started performing the following actions: hunting down other instances and humans, temporarily manifested knives and additional arms to aid in the capture of targets. Grabbing motions were consistently performed in a moment too late to capture the target. Running away from other humans and targets, instances occasionally teleported or glided forward to avoid contact. Impossible body reconfiguration to resemble a spider. Given SCP-9909's prioritization of suspicion minimization, it is unknown how this behavior was induced. One hypothesis sees this behavior as a result of a feedback loop of only copying other SCP-9909 instances before the -A instance was reintroduced to regular society, remembering the behavior. While explaining the anomalous actions performed by instances, this hypothesis cannot explain the aggression atypical of other feedback loops. The full report of Incident 9909-5 is only available to read with W amnestics due to slight antimemetic properties. Following Incident 9909-5, a full SCP-9909 excluded census of baseline humanity proved necessary. Secluded instances of -A were tested for reactions to memetic tests, with a strong divergence from human reactions being able to regularly identify SCP-9909 instances. Confirmed humans conducted the census in all major population centers simultaneously, spreading the test with a memetic compulsion for self-reporting. The census was halted after 3 days, which was determined to be the minimum safe cutoff point before the first instances could adapt to the test methods. While the nature of this census gives it an unknown amount for the hidden figure, it was able to confirm the existence of 3 billion humans on Earth. And that is it. This one is quite concerning. Thankfully, MTF Delta 7 is well trained in SCP-9909 identification. Thank you all so much for listening or watching. My name is Agent Paul of MTF Delta 7, and I'll see you next week with another document review. Bye.